Who drank my goddamn apple juice? Who drank my goddamn
coffee?
Hey, you're now listening to Coffee and Apple Juice, a podcast.
I usually listen to it when I'm on my way to work.
Real, raw, and uncut conversations with Aisha Hadiya.
Okay, so let's switch gears real quick. How do you feel about like these little setup? I be watching these videos where like either the girl or the guy be setting they partners up with their friend, the whole little trust. You know what I'm talking about. How you feel about them?
Why are you together?
If you feel like
you gotta, I have that as a topic too. I just never got to it. But why are you together if you gotta set up traps to see somebody's loyalty?
Yeah.
I read this meme, I think it was last week or the week before, and it said something like, we need to stop putting people in uncomfortable situations just to see if they see how much they care or love us or some shit like that.
Yeah. But now here's my thing, right? Your partner didn't know it was a trap. So they actually would have did it. So I feel like if you're going to take them back, it ain't no point in doing the loyalty test. Right. But if you're going to leave them because you know that they'll really go there with one of your friends, that's different. So
it says stop. It says stop measuring how much someone cares about you by how much they're willing to sacrifice or inconvenience themselves to make you happy. Stop creating conditions to see how unconditional love is. So that part, stop creating conditions to see how unconditional the love is.
Okay.
If they love you, I mean, and you know that, I mean, I don't think you should have to create any kind of conditions or circumstances just for somebody to prove something to you.
Right. I feel like people who do those loyalty tests is really in the back of their mind have trust issues, or they just feel like, okay, nah, something ain't right. I really, you know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I wouldn't do it. I would just rather just catch you in the act rather than setting you up with some loyalty test. You know, I would hope and pray that I got, you know, loyal friends and a loyal partner to the point where we shouldn't even be discussing no loyalty test. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got some people who they probably just been through so much that they feel like, you know, it's even a TikToker who is like, send me your dude Instagram and I hop in his DMs to see if he's being faithful. And these girls are on here getting embarrassed because these dudes is falling for this pretty girl with a pretty face, you know, exchanging numbers with her, et cetera, et cetera. Like, so it's like, I don't know. That goes back to that whole, if you're not going to leave your man after he cheating, then don't accuse him of cheating or don't bring up cheating.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Okay,
is that out of line for you? Let's say your man met a woman on social media. They exchanged information. They may text here and there or whatever else, but there was nothing
inappropriate.
But you found out that he had met this woman online and they was texting each other. You're gonna have to see message, right? If the shit was just deleted, then it's a no.
Well, if it was just deleted, then I'm definitely gonna think something, because now I'm like, well, why did you delete it? What was okay? So I don't want to be the girlfriend or the wife that don't want her man to have female friends. Like, I genuinely cherish my guy friends. I have guy friends who ain't never tried me sexually. When I need their support or when they need their advice on things, they there for me. I got a guy friend right now. If I told him I was hungry, he gonna text back what you want to eat or what's your cash out. You know what I'm saying? So I have guy friends that regardless of what relationship I'm in, they not going nowhere because they genuinely are there for me. And I feel like it's some guys out there who may have that with some female friends of theirs.
True.
My whole thing is, as long as it stays respectful, as long as it stays respectful. If you deleting messages, that's a sign that you talking about something you don't want me to see.
Something sneaky. Can he acquire new friends after you? New friends of the opposite sex? I
don't have no issue with it as long as the situation is exactly what you said is. We just friends. Like, she ain't trying to come off on me like that. She know about you I ain't trying to come off on her like that, whether she's single or whether she got to do, like, it's just long as it's respectful. Excuse me, y'all. I don't know what's going on with my throat. But as long as it's respectful, like, I don't want to be that girlfriend that, oh, my man can't have female friends, or delete her number. I don't want you talking to her no more. Like, no, I don't want to be that type.
Does he have to tell you?
I mean, I don't want him to feel like it's a secret. Like, mention it to me. You ain't got to.
That I got a new friend.
You ain't, just mention it to me. Okay. I got this female friend, and we was talking about this. I mean, I don't really know how you would approach your spouse with telling them you have a friend, you met a friend of the opposite sex. I don't really know how you would approach that, unless, oh, I met this guy and he's in the real estate, and he was telling me that we can do this and we can do that to refinance the house. If it was something like that, there's one thing. But if you just meeting a female friend, like, I don't really know how you would approach your spouse with telling her that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just out looking for guy friends, but at the same time, you can't help who you bond with on that level, on that friendship level. I would have never in a million years thought that you and I would have built the friendship that we've built through social media and through the internet and through podcasting. I would have never thought it would have gone this far. If 2 days go by and me and Reggie ain't heard from each other, we sounding the motherfucking alarms. Okay? Like, I need for whatever man to come into my life, that when it comes to my podcast life, Reggie gonna be there. When it comes to my life, Reggie gonna be there. Now, I'm not gonna share my day-to-day relationship shit with Reggie. I might share some of it, but I ain't gonna have Reggie all in our business. I'm not gonna give him a reason to look at my dude no type of way. But at the same time, me and Reggie ain't never came off on me like that. So I have no reason to, quote unquote, cut him off now that I got a boyfriend. You see what I'm saying? So I give Reggie the necessary respect that he needs, and vice versa. So I don't have no problem with my guy meeting friends. It may be a new lady at work or something. Just as long as it's mutual. We just friends. I ain't trying to holler at you. You ain't trying to holler at me. Because no woman wants to feel threatened by another woman when it comes to her relationship. And it don't matter how secure you are, how much you trust your man. No woman wants to feel that way.
No. Yeah. Well, I think for a lot of men won't say it, but I don't think they do either. No matter how confident they are.
Right. Especially like the men who not cheating, because you got men out here who just doing their own thing, and they probably don't even give a fuck. Yeah.
So, you said something earlier, and I wanted to say this, and then we got lost in another conversation. But it was with the testing of loyalty. I think there's a good amount of people that if they're faced and not just cheating or proposed with a situation or circumstances or something, that if they feel like they can get away with it without anybody ever knowing or them ever being caught, I think a lot of them would, do whatever it is, whether it's cheating. If you walked outside and you saw a wallet laying in the driveway and it got like $2 million in it, you probably, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all know the right things to do. Yeah. But if there is any doubt or, within that mind or that I can get away with this, I think a lot of people are going to take that opportunity, that chance.
Yeah, I believe it. Especially if they think they can get away with it. Especially if they think they can get away with it. I definitely believe it.
All they got to do is be a small little bit of temptation in there. And then you had that doubt too, like, I can do this. I can pull this off and not get caught.
Now, we're not saying that all men or all women are susceptible to cheating on their partners if they had the chance to do it without getting caught. We're not saying that, but there are some out there that we're not going to sit here and sugarcoat and make like they the perfect. We're not going to do that. Nope. There's some out there that will do it. Okay.
And it ain't got nothing to do with the looks or the status, because it can be a woman, because I'm pretty sure men that you have dealt with that mess around on you and you thought to yourself, like, she wasn't even pretty, nigga. Like, what are you doing? I hear that a lot, and even men and women. So it's just like the small little temptation or whatever else, the unknown. A lot of us are drawn or attracted to the unknown.
Okay, so do you believe that when women cheat, we cheat for emotional reasons, but when men cheat, they cheat just to get a load off? if that makes sense. Like, would you believe that? Like a dude to cheat, like he'll go out and fuck on another girl, but come home. But he ain't doing that because he got feelings for the girl. He doing that because he just really needed to get this weight off of him real quick.
It might be that. It might be, like we said, the temptation of
he was available right there, right
available,
right there.
and you're curious on, okay, she got a big ass, or I heard her talk about how she snatched niggas' souls, you know, or some shit like that. Like, you know, yeah, things like that. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe it's something I wanted for a while and I never got the opportunity. And now I get in a relationship and all these women, you know, whatever we want to call it, what is it, retrograde? Now all these women is coming back to me and talking, whatever, and I can't pass up this opportunity. So yeah, and it's no feelings, emotions, no attachments. It's just something that they do for that purpose right then and there. Where a woman, it might be, yeah, some emotions, attachment. She did the shit because
to a lot of women, yeah.
Yep, she did it.
So let me ask you this:
something's not being taken care of.
Okay, so let me ask you this, right? With me being a woman and me knowing that, should I be mad at my man because he cheated in a situation like that?
Should you be mad?
Like, should we expect more from our men, even though it wasn't no feelings involved?
When you say expect more, what do you mean?
Should we expect them to not do it, even though they feel like they need to do it, even though it ain't no feelings involved? I'm gonna fuck this girl because I just really need to get this nut off, or she got a fat ass and I fell victim to temptation. Should we expect our men to just know better or just do better? Yeah. Even though we know that they're like, I really feel like cheating is just a part of y'all being men. I really feel like the trauma of me not ever being in a healthy relationship has me thinking that way.
No, men should definitely, like, whether it's a man or woman, more should be expected, especially if you have set guidelines and boundaries on what type of relationship you have. If that's something that, like, look, we're exclusive. We know what exclusive means. It's just me and you. We're not bringing any other outside entities into this union that we have, whether it's marriage, we're dating, we're boyfriend or girlfriend. You know, if we're going to bring somebody else in, it's through mutual agreement. Hey, you know, we're going to have this threesome with such and such, but, you know, outside of whatever we do right here and right now, everything else is off limits. So if the agreement and understanding is there, then I don't see why, you know, no, you shouldn't, like, no one should get the pass that, okay, you know, it's a part of their DNA, and we gotta stop that too.
I think we do too.
We put gender on energy. I saw that the other day. It's feminine and masculine energy. When did energy start having a gender? But
I don't think it's necessarily a gender. I think it's just more so it's hard to explain, but I definitely understand what you're saying. But yeah, I feel like we should stop that too. Like, if you keep calling a child bad, they're going to eventually be bad. So if we keep giving men passes for cheating because we feel like it's in their DNA, or he just going to be a man, they're going to keep finding these reasons to cheat.
And you're manifesting it within yourself, because that's something that, like, a lot of people think and say there's a lot of power in the tongue. So if that's what you believe, like, you know what, a nigga gonna be a nigga, they're gonna cheat, they're gonna fuck around, that's probably something that you're going to always be accustomed to, or that's going to actually happen to come in your life. If you tell yourself, like, or you know, hey, no, men are, all men aren't like that. There are a lot of good men out here. There's a couple, let's say 2 out of every 10. There's 3 out of every 10 or whatever else. So that's
actually a very bad reference.
But I mean,
2 out of every 10 men is good.
No. I said 2 out of every 10 may be cheating or doing this or doing that. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say.
But so my point is, you gotta if you're gonna manifest that negativity, then it's probably, I mean, like, your mom may tell you that, or somebody else, like, you're speaking into existence that same stuff that, you know, is hurting you. Why don't you just talk about the goodness or the good man. Like, forget
You
about
know
these.
what? Believe it or not, my mama never sat down and talked to me about men.
Mm,
So I never knew what to expect. Like, it was all negative. And that's, I was already fucking and having kids when she used to have these conversations. Like, and it wasn't even really conversations. Like, she never really sat down. She used to tell us, I want to say she used to describe what she thought a good man was, but I actually met that man and he was abusive. So it's like she described what she thought a good man was.
Right.
I don't really think a good man has a description.
It
Because
don't.
I feel like some good men have come with bad backgrounds.
And everybody has their preference on what a good man
Some
is.
good men come with flaws, you know. So
All men come with flaws.
yeah. So, you know, I don't think there's a way to prepare your daughters and sons for the men and women that they're going to meet in the future. I don't really think there's a way for that. I don't really think there's a proper way to really prepare them. I just tell my daughter, look, don't rush into it because it's so many fine ass boys out here. Like the one you got now, you may think he cute, but trust me, it's some cuter ones out here.
Right.
You know,
Live life. Yeah. Live life. Like you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Especially at this young age. Do not settle yourself down prematurely.
Right.
Because you want to get all that bullshit, you know, and I'm not going to condone or promote a whole phase and all that shit, but you want to get all that.
I am.
You want to get all
have
that
a whole phase, get that shit out
of your
system, and then get you a good career. Then you decide to settle down. I feel like whole phases is necessary. God damn it, that's the next episode.
I'm with you.
I feel like a whole phase is necessary. Matter of fact, let's talk about it. We're gonna make this a part 2. This is gonna be a 2-part. Let me explain something to you. Fellas, if you ain't had a whole phase, do not try to come and be in a relationship with me. If you ain't never had a threesome, don't try to be in a relationship with me. If you ain't never had no girl swallow your dick whole, suck on your gooch, any of that, don't come and be in a relationship with me. I need y'all to get all that shit out y'all system.
You can be the one to introduce him to the last part.
The gooch.
Yeah, and all that other stuff. I mean,
I need the girls that get it, and the girls that don't.
You know, you can be the one that introduced him to it. So I mean,
I could, but you know, at the same time, like I feel like a whole phase is necessary. I ain't even sit here and lie, because what's gonna happen is if you don't get all that out your system, you're gonna try to settle down, and then guess what? Here come whole phase knocking at your motherfucking door. Yeah, I bet her pussy tighter. I bet her pussy wetter. I bet she can ride dick like a motherfucker, and you gonna want to try all that shit out. You probably still like that.
We put it gets a bad rap, but I do think experience is the best teacher. So you can have the experience, and now you like, you know what, I did that shit. I got that shit out of my system. I got it out the way. And a lot of men don't. Some men are still like, some men probably never. Some women never leave that whole phase.
True.
So
and a lot of them don't leave until they too fucking old to really be worth anything to anybody.
You know, I hit my shit later because I got married young, and then so I got married like kind of almost like right out of high school. I was transitioning between high school and college, and so the older me, well, that like 19, 20-year-old, 21, 22, because I was married for 5 years. I didn't get the chance to like run the streets and do a whole lot of shit in between 19 and 24, 25, like my homeboys was doing. You know, I was married. I had a baby. Well, she had a baby. I had a daughter, you know, so I didn't, but soon, you know, once I got divorced, and then I'm like, damn, I started going to clubs. There's women around. It's like a whole lot of shit. I was like, fuck, like I was like really missing this shit. Like I think it was good to get that out the way then, because I think my relationship didn't end because I was cheating and nothing like that. But I think looking back on it, I would have liked to, I would have been a lot more mature and more prepared for marriage, you know, had that happened prior to, even though, you know, our divorce wasn't my fault, but I think it made me a better man all in all.
My whole phase came after baby number 2. When I broke up with my baby daddy, I was out here loose as a goose. Don't get me started. I ain't even sitting here lie. But then it was like, Okay, I wanna settle down now. I want a boyfriend. So let's try the boyfriend thing. Try the boyfriend. Here come baby number 3. And I'm just sitting here like, okay. Then we broke up. So, but once my whole phase lasted. Wait, we can call it a. I don't really call it a whole phase though, because it ain't like I was out here just fucking out of both pants legs. That wasn't the case. I was doing a lot of fucking, but I was doing a lot of fucking with like consistent partners, trying threesomes, sex with girls, shit like that. Wait, I don't even want to call it a whole phase. Let's just call it an experimental phase.
What that is a whole phase, I guess.
It was more so an experimental phase for me. Cause I was just like trying shit I ain't never tried before. So yeah, it was more so experimental for me. Cause the threesome just took me for a loop, and it was with a dude and another girl. Yeah. If I ain't married by 40, I think I'm gonna revisit it though. I ain't gonna lie.
What's that? A whole phase?
Experimental phase. Like I want to try a swingers party. I want to try some of the dungeons in Georgia. I want to try some bondage. I got a lot of shit I want to try. So if
I know a club that here in Georgia.
I'm coming. We're gonna
club I've been meaning to go to. It's in Atlanta too. Gotta say they're my favorites.
Yeah, we definitely gonna try that out. But oh yeah, y'all, that's the tea today. Did we miss anything? You feel like?
No, we did. I don't think we did.
Reggie, you bring a side out of me in podcasts that can't nobody else bring out, and I really thank you for that. Like I really owe my last guest an apology because I feel like I wasn't there 100%. But like when I get on, I guess because I know you, so I'm more comfortable with you when it comes to how I talk and what I say because I know you like that. But when I have guests on here that I don't really know like that, I don't really be the whole happy-go-lucky me. So I don't know. I think
you're a little more like business like, I guess.
I try to be a little bit more professional before I introduce them to this ratchet.
Yeah. because like I said, I watched your last. Well, I didn't watch the one that just came out, but I did look at the one before that and the one before that. I looked at those 2 this week.
Y'all like the show so far and looking forward to listening to more episodes from Coffee and Apple Juice, the podcast? Buy me a coffee. Click the link in my description to buy me a coffee. Basically, what you're doing is making a small donation to my platform so that I can keep my show going. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. Now let's get back to the show. That coffee. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Reggie, you want to go ahead and shout out your podcast before we get up out of here?
Sure, I definitely do. I love promoting. Unapologetic, the podcast. Me, my co-host Dre. Well, I am one half of Unapologetic, the podcast. My co-host Dre, he's overseas right now. Should be back soon. Check us out though. We are on all streaming platforms. You can find us on Instagram, Unapologetic the Pod, all one word. That's IG and Facebook. Also, one half of Aries Talking Sports podcast. That's with me and Smurf. That is strictly sports. So for those of y'all that are not into sports, probably not for you. But
I'm gonna be honest, 75% of my listeners are females. We probably don't even care.
I know, but well, definitely check out Unapologetic podcast. Like, whatever you get here on Coffee and Apple Juice, you're gonna get there. Y'all familiar with me anyway. I've been on her show enough. And I think Dre has been on an episode of yours too, right?
No, Dre was on maybe 1 or 2, but I have not had Dre by myself. So like, I really need to set that up. I really need to set that up. Y'all was just on that one episode of like Black Father Lives Matter.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if it was any other ones. Oh, and the disconnect between black men and women. Black men and black women. Hold on, before we leave, can we talk about the Nicki Minaj and Kevin Samuels?
I didn't watch it in its entirety. I saw certain clips and parts that I thought it was from what I saw, I thought it was very interesting. And I mean, it didn't. Nothing changes my opinion on Kevin Samuels and what he talked about who he is.
I'm gonna be honest. I really didn't get anything from it. I feel like feel like they pussyfooted around. Like she didn't really get down to the nitty gritty like she could have. Because when she was asking him about the whole disrespect with women, and then he goes into, I think she asked him about like a white woman tried to disrespect black women, and he made a comment like she tried to do what I do. I don't think nobody really caught that. See, like I feel like Nikki could have really got into it, but I also feel like she was trying to save face with him and not really make him out to be the bad guy to a certain extent. I didn't really get anything from it. Like I felt like that was some bullshit, honestly.
Well, like I said, it didn't change my mind or opinion on who he is and what he say. Some things I agree with, some things I don't.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know why women continue to subject themselves to that type of negativity when it comes to men like Kevin Samuels, who's been married multiple times, currently single. How can you tell me how to get a man? Who are you to tell me I'm a low value woman because I have children? Who are you to tell me that I deserve this type of man because I'm damaged goods? Who are you to tell anybody anything? For all you know, it's a billionaire right now listening to my podcast. Can't wait to goddamn DM me to take me out. And he gonna love on me and all 4 of my kids. And gonna fly us out in a private jet and marry me and make me his woman. And move us in his mansion with his butlers and maids. Like, who the fuck is you to tell me I don't deserve no man like that because I got 4 kids that belong to somebody else and I ain't never been married? Come on now. So it's like, I feel like if Nikki really wanted to, she could have put that nigga head, she could have put his head on a stick, but she ain't really want to go there. I think because, see, I feel like with these celebrities, they be trying to save face and save they protect their image for they fans. But Nikki could have really took it there with him. Like, we know Nikki to be the bad guy. So she could have really took it there with him. But I think she was too busy trying to save face and protect her image or to a certain extent. Because I feel like they pussyfooted around a lot of shit that could have been answered.
I think both of them were mild-mannered.
They both was.
They both were mild-mannered, but I was.
But Kevin Samuels, he knew to be mild-mannered because he knew he was on the chopping block. So he knew to keep it cute. But I feel like Nikki could have really put him in that hot seat or really gave us the answers asked him the questions we really want to answer. Yeah, what is your issue with black women?
I don't know if he necessarily has an issue with black women. He might not. I don't know.
Well, what is your issue with women, period?
But I don't even think it's women. I think he kept it on. So with Nikki being mild-mannered, I think because a lot of the stuff I've seen and I've watched, I don't try to feed into the public and them showing a 30-second clip and everyone else formulating opinion off of a 30-second clip here, a 30-second clip there, a 30-second clip there. Because, I could take a soundbite from your podcast and put it up and people can be like, it'll start a whole, shitstorm or whatever else. And you're like, that was a 30-second clip. Why don't you just listen to the whole episode in its entirety and see what was meant?
But that's what caused click. That ain't nothing but clickbait.
Exactly. So with him, a lot of the times, from what I've seen in its entirety,
a lot of his shit be clickbait too. Yeah.
It's clickbait, but a lot of the stuff is he is giving the energy that he's given. So I feel like, Nikki came on with the mild manner, I'm not, I'm here to have a whatever conversation they call this having. And, it then turned into the, I'm this, I'm that, he did give her a rating and the rating that he gave her was on par to how he gave everyone else. She said Nikki gave herself
a 7,
a lower rating than most women that come on that platform do.
Yeah, because he was like fresh face, fresh out the shower. Mm-hmm. What would you give yourself? And you can't say 7, but she said 7. I don't think she heard him say you can't say 7.
Right.
He gave, I can't remember what number rating he gave her, but he did say like
he gave her a 9. He said he kind of with the other thing with
complimented her face. He said because you have slanted eyes and you're not Asian, men find that attractive. I was like, I don't know if he was kissing ass or if she was just like trying to save face.
Well, so I think it's a difference between, when you're, because he asked her shape, her size, all this other stuff. And
I didn't know she was so short.
Yeah, there's a bunch of studies and all that other shit of what they say, but some men like women that are short, women that are small. Some men like women that are tall, women that are bigger. But a lot of women, and I'm pretty sure you have seen some and heard some of you like, sis, you just said you was a 10. You're not a 10. You said that yourself, probably. With some of the women,
I'm a
but
10. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Fresh out the shower, no lashes, need a haircut, body looking sloppy. I'm a 10. And as far as my concern, my man better see me as that and nothing else.
That's a conversation for another day too. I would love to have that one.
Have what conversation?
How would you like to be viewed in your lover's eyes or your person's eyes? Let's say, because there are people together that like, okay, maybe they don't necessarily find their partner,
attractive,
physically attractive in the face, but I love the person they are. I love their heart.
Yeah.
I love their mentality, their mind frame.
Those are the relationships that last. Like everybody.
But do you want to be that person that you're not beautiful to your man though, but he likes you because of your caring, your loving, your mind frame?
I want to be all of the above. I want you to love everything about me as well as love the way I look.
That's a conversation. That's a conversation that can be had.
Just like, okay, so a lot of people tell me that I need to stop going off of looks when it comes to looking for a guy. I need to quit going off of face value and what they look like.
Don't make that the prime deciding factor of the person. That's what I would say.
Well, I just feel like I don't think I can be attracted. I take that back. I can be attracted to a guy who's not 100% attractive to me, but I would have to definitely get to know him to fall in love with the other things about him versus
you got women out here falling in love with dick, falling in love with a bank account, and some of these men don't even look attractive to them.
I'm not that type. Cause baby, you got to climb on top of me. I can't fuck nobody. Well, I don't fuck somebody. We got to be seen together. I just want my man, my person to be. I just want to love everything about him, everything, and I want him to love everything about me. I want him to have a sense of pride when he walk out and I'm on his arm. I want him to be proud of it, and vice versa. I want to love everything about him, flaws and all. And I want that same love in return. But it's like looks is the first thing you see. So of course I'm going to go off looks first.
Initial attraction, yeah.
And then I want to get to know you. And once I get to know you, if I really, I can definitely, fall for somebody like this. And that's it.
Have you ever seen a man that didn't look too good, but you was like, I like the way he dressed. Like the way he dressed attracted you.
I've fallen in love with a man, with the way the man talk, and I ain't been attracted to him. So I think I may have spoke too soon by saying that I can fall for somebody who isn't attractive because like of some of the other things that I like about men. I like a man who can hold a conversation, who just demand attention when he walk into a room. Like I'm attracted to dominant men. All dominant men aren't attractive. I'm attracted to intelligence. What is that? Sapiosexual?
Sapiosexual. Is that intelligence though?
What is it when you're attracted to somebody who's intelligent or you attracted to somebody smart?
Yeah, that's it. Sapiosexual.
So I'm attracted. And I just realized I'm attracted to geeks. Niggas that wear glasses.
Are you?
Like the squares? Oh my God! What?
Aisha, are you?
Man, we had this one guy at the job. When I say he looked like a geek, now he might not dress like one, but he looked. Let me rephrase that. I'm attracted to men who wear glasses. But like, and I didn't even know I was attracted to men with bald heads. That's what became an attraction of mine. So it's like, even though my initial attraction is your looks, I can also go for everything else. So like,
but that just might be a specific quality of traits in certain people, because I'm like, there are certain things I like in certain women that I might not like in another woman. Like maybe her, like, let's say this woman's eyes or the way she does her eyebrows, like, is attractive to me, sexy, or the way how she look in these clothes. The next woman may not, I don't find that attractive in her.
Yeah.
But that's for, I guess, most people that don't have like a set type, because I don't think I necessarily have a like set type. We all have like a basis or guideline, but a lot of like my child's mothers, like you can't look at one of them and be like, I know his type.
Yeah. I'm not attracted to all bald heads, but it's some that can pull off a bald head that I'm attracted to. I'm attracted to weight, but I'm not attracted to weight on every man. That's something I've noticed. I used to think I was a chubby chaser, but I'm not a chubby chaser. I'm just attracted. I find a lot of chubby men attractive.
Right.
But I'm attracted to men with weight, period. So even if you carry the weight well, like if you work out and you maintain it, I'm attracted to that. So yeah, I understand what you're saying, because I think I'm the same way. I'm attracted to heavy set men, but I'm not attracted to every heavy set man. I'm attracted, like let's just leave it at that. Yeah. Let's just leave it at that. I'm attracted to tall men, but I'm not attracted to every tall man. I'm attracted to men with beards. Some men don't look right with beards. I'm attracted to men with hair and some men without hair, but not every man with hair and not every man without hair. So, but if you cover anything with tattoos, honey, it's going to taste like chocolate. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If you cover anything with tattoos, it's going to taste like chocolate, honey. But anyways, you got anything else you want to get off your chest?
Nothing at all. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
This is definitely going to be, I'm sorry, I cut you off. I'm so sorry. Y'all, I'm working on that. I'm sorry.
Because you're so used to being on by yourself and talking. But no, I was just saying thank you for having me on your platform again. I enjoy it. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you. I love you. I always have fun when we get on and talk. Anytime we talk is like a podcast though. So I mean,
we be having podcasts and we just be talking about shit we see on TV.
Yeah. In the shower, out the shower,
right
around, like anytime we talk is a podcast. It don't matter where we at, what time of day. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It actually feels unnatural to get on the mic, because it's like we just naturally have these types of conversations on a daily basis. So it's like to actually have to cut the mics on, cut the cameras on. It's like, now I feel like we acting a little bit, but
because when we started, you actually wasn't recording.
We wasn't even recording, right? So yeah, that really pissed me off too, because we were starting that conversation out just good. But whatever the case may be, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you. Half of this episode will be posted. The other half y'all will get next week. I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in with me. Thank y'all so much for sticking with me. Until next time, peace. What's up, you guys? It's Aisha Hadiya. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to the Coffee and Apple Juice podcast. Make sure that you're right here with me every Wednesday, where I'll give you new episodes where we're discussing any and everything involving the culture. Also, check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.